Hi, this is Emily from Second Story Window. You can find our blog at secondstorywindow.net, or our Teachers Pay Teacher store is at shop.secondstorywindow.com. I'm here today because I want to show you about our new first grade phonics games bundle, which just got completed, and we're just so excited about these games. We worked with a super talented designer to work on some of the design aspects to make these games just as amazing as we could possibly make them. So when you get your bundle, or if you buy the whole first grade wordplay phonics bundle, in the game section, it's all divided into terms. Within each term, you've got the color games and the black and white games. And the black and white games are not just saved as black and white, they're actually optimized for black and white. They're hand changed to be the best black and white that they can be, so that they'll print really nice. If you want to print them on your Astro Brights cardstock or whatever you want to do, they're going to look as nice as they can possibly look. Within here, we've got them numbered with the title for each week, if you're using these weekly or however you want to use them. So let me show you the first one. Every week has a teacher guide and a student guide. So in the teacher guide, we let you know the concept of the game, what type of game it is, how many players you need, and we made this fun little quick reference up here, just a pictorial example of what materials you're going to need to pull out when you do this game. With this one, you only need a copy of each of the game boards and one set of cards. This is actually a cooperative game. For the first couple weeks in first grade, our games have the kids working together, so that instead of it being competitive, they're all working together to achieve the same goal, which we think is a good way to start out the year in first grade. So we've got all the directions. We've got a little answer key here, which is especially helpful if it's a picture card and you're not exactly sure what the picture is supposed to be. We tried really hard to make them as easily identifiable as possible, but you know how it goes with phonics pictures. Sometimes it's tricky. Then we've got a kids student guide board here. Every game has one of these. It's got consistent pictures that the kids are going to see over and over again to help them understand how to play the game. Hopefully, you'll always have one kid in the group that reads enough to read the directions. But if not, if you go over with this in advance, they'll begin to recognize what the pictures mean. So this particular game is called That Cat, and it's for practicing the short A word families of at, app, and add. And the way it works is the kids lay out the boards in front of them. Remember, they're all going to work together on this cooperative game. The cards will be cut out and stacked. We have every game is included a unique custom pattern that you can print on the back of the game cards, just so that when they're cut out and they're turned over, they look a little nice. They coordinate with the games. Totally an optional step. If you want to save your ink, by all means do. It's just a little something we wanted to add. And also every game has the title on the bottom of the game cards. So when you find a random card one day and you're not sure what it goes to, the title will help you. So for example, in this set, the cards are all turned over, and the student who goes first turns over a card and they get this right here, bat. So then they would go back, look at these boards laid out in front of them, and they'd say, oh, bat, that's in the at word family. And they'd come lay their card on one of these dots on the at board. So the next child takes a turn, draws a card, same deal. They're all working together so that they want all three dots on all three of the boards to be covered. And when they've done that, then they've finished the game. And they're just working together to try and cover all of the spots as quickly as they can, fill in all the boards. So that's how this one works. The next few games are the same principle. This one is for the short O word families of og, ot, and op. And each board is this darling little frogs on a log. word cards. Look at that pattern. Again, draw a card, lay it on the mat, it goes on. You could do this as an independent center activity where one child is just sorting the cards themselves. I've done that with my first grade daughter at home, and she enjoys that. Or you could make it more competitive if you wanted to and have one child per board, and they only can lay down the card if it's their board. But that starts to get a little tricky. So for this type of one, I either would say completely independent or you're working as a team to fill all the boards. Sorry if I'm scrolling around too much. This one is for the short E word families, et and egg, and it's called Eggs and Hens. Isn't that a cute hen? So same thing, grab a card, look at that darling pattern. Next, we've got the short U, that was a tongue twister. Short U word families, ug, un, and ut. Darling game boards. Can you see how darling this is? I just can't get enough. Look, I'll make it bigger on my screen so you can see the graphics on these are amazing. And then let's see the pattern down here. Adorable ladybugs. We've got one more of these cooperative fill-in board games. This one's Pig Wins Big. And it's for the short I word families. They're going to work as a team to get the cards on the pigs. It's like they're at the county fair. So cute. Love that pattern. Okay, now we're going to move into beginning blends and digraphs. So the first one is Ships Ahoy. This introduces the beginning blends of SH and CH while still reviewing the beginning sounds of S and C. So they're learning to differentiate between those sounds. And this one is a traditional follow the path board game. So as you can see, they get their markers. You need one set of cards and one game board per group. Put the cards here on, you put the cards here. We have a little spot right on the board and you put your markers on start. The first child will draw a card. Let's say they've got this cute little cat. Okay, that starts with C. They'll move their marker to the next spot on the board that says C. First person to get all the way to the lighthouse wins. Here's a cute pattern for the back of the cards on that one. The next one, we're going to go a little farther into the beginning digraphs with this fun, terrific teeth game. And it's beginning TH, WH, SH, and CH. So we're still reviewing the two from last week and we added two more. Adorable. So they start here on the little boy, draw a card. Oh, they've got shot. They're going to move their marker to the SH, the first SH on the board. Continue on until they get to finish. Here's the spot for the cards right here on the board. Cute stars pattern for the back. Now we're moving into beginning blends. And this time we're going to do a memory style game. All you need is the cards for this. And they're going to put out the cards. If the beginning sounds match, they keep the cards. If they don't, they turn them back over. Just traditional memory. There is pictures and blends. So they could turn over two cards that are SC, SC, and that would be a match. They could turn over two pictures that are scale and scarf and keep that. Or it could be a mix of the blend and the picture. Cute little pattern for the end. So it's the same style of memory game for prickly plants. At the beginning of first grade, we wanted to make this as easy for you as possible so that you're not every week having to introduce a new type of game to your students. We're going to ease into the different type of games that we have over the course of the year so that it's not all every week a new type of game. So when you start a new type of game, we usually have the same one a couple weeks in a row. So I love this one. It's called Prickly Plants for beginning L and R blends. Sneaky Snakes was beginning S blends. So in your beginning L and R blends, we've got them listed here, all the different ones we cover. Isn't that cactus cute? Then down here, same principle. We've got cute pictures. We've got the blends written out. Any combination of picture in picture or picture in blend or blend in blend would be considered a match. Adorable pattern. Okay, so that's term 1. In term 2, we are getting into the mixed vowel word families, and that's a lot of weeks here. So we're starting out this race car themed pit stop, and we're covering at, it, ought. Each kid needs their own board. You're going to see this mini path style lots of times in our games because it's a good way to review several different types of word study topics in one game. So every child has their own board and they need a marker on each one of their boards, each one of their cars, each one of their paths. There we go. So when it's their turn, they draw a card, they identify, they've got hat. Okay, they identify that's in the at word family. They'll move their marker forward 1 space on that path. The next student goes, if they get one of these action cards that says you got a flat tire, you move one of your cars back 1 space. If you don't think your kids can handle the action cards, by all means, do not include them. You keep a running stack of the cards, so they just keep working through them. If they make it all the way through them, just start again. Here's the fun pattern at the end. The first kid to get all of their cars to the finish line, all 3, they're the winner. So we're going to see that same style again for app, ip, op, shop till you drop. Except for this time we're racing to get our shopping carts to the checkout line. Super cute, loving it. Next we've got Fin Fun, and this is back to a traditional follow the path board game and in we're scuba diving. Everyone's going to put their markers here, draw a card, move to the next space with that word family. First get to the treasure wins. Now we've got Crab Grab. This one's a fill-in board, kind of like we did at the beginning of the year, except for this time they're all working to fill in their own boards. So every child will have one of these boards. They'll draw one of the crabs, read the word on it, put it on the sandcastle where it belongs. As you can see, there's this little white outline that we tried to make subtle on each of the sandcastles to show where your 2 cards can go. So when they've got all of those spaces covered with the right crabs, then they're done. So they're just trying to be the first one to be done. For Walk the Dog, we've got back to a mini path game for ag, ig, og, ugh. Darling little dogs going for a walk. First one to get all 4 of their dogs across wins. So cute. Now we've got Up the Hill, like Jack and Jill. For ill, el, all, those mixed vowel word families, but they're also ending blends. But it's traditional follow the path, draw a card. You move to the next space with that chunk. First get to the well wins. Now we've got Tocks. I really love this design on this one. It's so cute. Tocks like hickory dickory dock for ick, ack, ock, uck. Again, short vowel, mixed word families, but ending blends too with that CK. So they're getting introduction to that. Super cute. Follow the path. Draw a card, move to the next spot on the path with that word family. Trash Dash is a new type of game that we're introducing, but they'll see it a couple times this year. It's for ish, ash, ush, short vowel word families, ending blends. And this is a loop path. So each student has their marker. They're going to start here on the starting spot, draw a card. They're going to move to the next space on the circle, just like a follow the path, but we're moving in a circle. The difference is for this game, we have these little pieces of trash that you're going to cut out and put here on top of the trash can. So every time a student goes around, oh, you know what? I'm saying this one backwards. Normally that's how this one works, is they take something from the middle. This one's opposite. Each child starts out with 5 trash cards, and as they pass the start Every time they go around the loop and they pass start, they get to discard one of their trash items into their trash can. That makes much more sense. Discarding trash instead of picking up trash. So the first person who goes around 5 times and discards all 5 of their pieces of trash wins this game. So it's kind of a fun one for the kids that like the more icky type of games. This one's just not overly cutesy, and I think it's fun. This one's a mini path. Again, got top of the rock, and we're getting into our short vowel sounds now, which is so exciting. Short A and short O. They are going to start, they each have their own board. They'll have 2 markers at the bottom, 1 for each path. Draw a card, then they move the marker for the corresponding path for the right vowel sound. And the first person to get both their climbers to the top wins. It's kind of a fun rock climbing theme. Okay, we're into term 3 now. We're going to continue on with the short vowel sounds with spinning webs. This is a spin and cover game, which is another new one, but you'll see it a couple times. So we're doing short E and short I. Each child will have their own board, or if you wanted to, you could make several copies, however many are playing in the group, of the same board. It doesn't really matter. When it's the student's turn, they will spin the little spinner. And you can use a paper clip to do that. You can use one of those acrylic spinners that you lay over the top, or you can do the kind that you actually assemble the spinner right into it. Whatever is the easiest for you. They'll spin it, and they'll say, okay, ship, that's a short I sound. So I'm going to look on my board, and I'm going to find a word that has that same vowel sound. So I've got lid here. So then they'll take a little spider card and they'll cover up that word on their board. So the first student who covers all of their words with a spider is the winner. Next, we've got goat's gruff, more short vowel. This time we're doing short E, short I, short U for our little Billy Goat's gruff. And they'll draw a card, move 1 space for the right vowel sound. And the first person to get all 3 of their goats across is the winner. And I want you to see that super cute troll down there. Really cute theme. My daughter really liked this one. Cute pattern there. Okay, some more short A-O-U. And this one's a go fish game. But you know, with these card games, you can almost always play them as memory, or really however you want to do it. Whatever's the easiest. So here are the cards for that. And the pictures on here, there's 2 different styles of cards, but they don't correlate to what they're trying to match. So it's not like they can use that as a way to cheat. Like, oh, I need only the green seaweed to match. It's just for decoration. They have to actually look at the words. Here's the cute pattern. Now we've got walk the plank. I love, love, love this cute pirate style. We're doing ending blends of NK and NG, comparing them also to the ending N and ending G sounds. So they're kind of just learning to identify them. This one's a go fish, but again, you could do it as a memory or however you want to do it. Turn over 2 cards and see if they match. Cute pattern. More ending blends. This one's MP, ND, and T. And it's just a follow the path. They're going to grab card, identify the ending blend, and move along the path. First to get to the cabin wins. And then this might be my favorite game in the whole set because it's so dang cute. Mini path. Remember, mini path means that every child has their own board. They'll share 1 set of cards. And each student needs 2 markers because we're comparing short and long O here. So they'll draw a card, identify the vowel sound, and move the corresponding gnome 1 space across. Isn't this so cute? Look how cute these gnomes are and the little houses. Oh, so adorable. And again, we've got some action cards in here. You can always leave those out if you don't think your kids can handle them, if they seem stressful. Cute pattern. Another mini path here for short and long A. Art gallery themed. The first to get both of their children over to the easel is the first to win on this one for short and long A. Then we've got super adorable under the umbrella. Mini path again, except for this one's a vertical path for short and long U. Trying to move up here to the umbrellas. So first to get both of their markers to the top wins for that one. And a little note before I forget, I should have mentioned this earlier, but the nice thing about the mini paths is you could do this where the kids are playing independently. This is an independent center, and they draw a card, they move up the path, and they're just going to see whether short U or long U is going to win. So that's just a thought of a way that you could use this in an independent literacy center if you wanted to. So short and long I, and we're back to the loop path, and this one is so adorable. We've got pool toys down here that you cut out, so cute. Put them in the pool, and then the kids start here at start, draw a card. They're going to decide if that vowel sound is a short I sound or a long I sound. Then they'll move to the spot on the path around the pool that says either short or long, and every time they pass start, they'll take a toy out of the pool. And they're going to continue until you run out of word cards down here. And whoever has the most pool toys at the end is the winner. Now, turn 4, almost done here. We've got counting sheep for short and long E. So this is a cover-up board. And the way that's going to work is you are going to use little game counters or game markers, kind of really any small thing. And each student needs 10 of them, and they each need a board. They'll share one set of cards. When it's their turn, they draw a card, decide if the vowel sound is long or short. So I've got B, that's a long E. I'm going to put a marker on one of my sheet that says long. And the first person to fill in their whole board with markers is the winner on this one. Love that pattern. Now we've got Space Race. This is getting into the CVCE patterns, where they're actually really learning about that pattern and the actual spelling instead of just listening for the sounds. And this is a follow the path space theme. I've got this cute little alien in a spaceship, and you're going to draw a card, move along the path. We want to be the first to get over there to the red planet. Glitch is a card game called Boom, which a lot of you are probably familiar with that. But in case you're not, I'll explain it. And you can play this differently if you want. That's the good thing with this type of game. So on this one, player draws a card, they read the word and think of the vowel sound. Is it long or short? If she correctly identifies the sound, she keeps the card. If she doesn't correctly identify it, she returns it to the pile. If she draws a glitch card, a card that says glitch, she has to return one card from her stack to the bottom of the pile. After a glitch card is drawn, it's not returned to the pile, because this game would be never ending if you did that. Play continues. The game is over when all the cards have been drawn from the pile, and the player with the most cards wins. So here's the cute little glitch card, just kind of robot themed. So identifying short and long vowels with the CVCE spelling for O. Okay, next we've got, some of these have covers on the beginning, because somebody asked me partway through this to start adding them. So that's probably something I'm going to be adding back in later. So that's why they look a little different. This one's short and long I with the CVCE spelling, and the theme is flying kites. It's a mini path again. except, oh, this time you're filling in. So the kids will turn over a card. We've got dime, that's CVCI, so they're going to add the little kite right here onto the board. So cute. First to fill in the tails on both of their kites wins. And the cool thing is our designer, when she designed this game for us, lined up the strings so that no matter which card you draw, the strings will line up on the tail. So it will always look nice. Just the little details. Cute pattern. Now we've got tube time, which is for the CVCEU spelling. Cute follow the path for this water slide theme. Cakewalk is another loop path. And this is for ending CKKE. Again, the kids all start at start. In the middle, we'll have these cute slices of cake. Draw a card, move to the correct ending. Every time you pass start, you grab a piece of cake. When you run out of cards, whoever has the most pieces of cake wins on this one. Jungle Jeep is short E and long EE, and it's a mini path. So each player needs their own board, and they need 2 markers, one for each path, and they'll all share the set of cards. Draw a card, move along the corresponding path. First to get both of their Jeeps across the jungle wins on this one. Cute pattern. Here we go. We've got Farmer in the Dell. This is a old maid style card game, and we were kind of really impressed with ourselves when we came up with this theme, because it is the cheese stands alone. So it is old maid. You don't want to have the cheese card in this one when you're playing. So that's the card they're sneaky trying to pass along. So whoever gets left with the cheese card is unfortunately not the winner of this game. And we've got one more card game, Go Fish. This one's called Order Up. Super cute diner theme. I didn't say the topic on the last one. The last one was short A, CVCEA, and AR for Farmer in the Dell. And for Order Up, it's O and OR. So they have these cute diner themed card games. And they're trying to make matches. So the one with the most matches wins, just like typical Go Fish. Or you could play it as memory. So I just realized I didn't show you a close-up of one of the black and white games so you can kind of see what we did to make it look nice in black and white. So here's what the black and white ones look like. Super nice. So that's it for the phonics games for first grade. And I will do another video like this for the second grade games. They are almost done. I have about 6 more games to finish at the time that I'm making this video. So there you go. I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, shoot me an email or send me a Q&A on Teachers Pay Teachers. My email address is hello@secondstorywindow.net. And just as a reminder, you can find us on Teachers Pay Teachers at shopsecondstorywindow.com. And that's it. Have a great day.